When a kid wants a balloon animal, it's too complicated. How do you trick them into asking for a giraffe or a dog instead?
Well, sometimes I say I'm all out. They say, can I have this? I'm not sorry, man. I'm all out of those.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show. Hey guys, it's Tosh Show time. At the wheel, Daniel Tosh. At the other wheel, not really. It's not a wheel.
I'm feeding coal into the machine, the fire, the engine. Keep it going.
You talking about steam?
We're steam engineing. We're paddle boat.
We're coal? Oh, that's right. Coal's having a big comeback.
Coal's huge.
Yeah, that's not how I wanted to start, but I don't care. Nobody cares what celebrities think. We all know that's not true. Of course you care what celebrities think. That's why there's advertising. That's why they spend millions of dollars, using celebrities to hawk products, because it does work.
Right.
Because it's why Trump is president, because he was a celebrity, and dumb people are like, hey, I like that guy. Whatever. That's not the argument I want to have.
All right.
Nothing annoys me more than hearing about health, physical health, or spirituality, anything to do with religion, when it's coming from a former addict. I just can't. I tune out. It's the worst messenger. Don't tell me what I need to do to be healthier when you used to do heroin. Like, I just don't care. Oh, you found God? Great. I've known about God my whole life. Okay? I didn't spiral to the depths of hell with my heroin problem first, though. Those people, that's my least favorite. And if you really care about your message, you should know that some people, when they hear you talk, go, oh, shut the fuck up.
They're not getting it.
You fixed yourself. Congratulations. That's great. Let's tone down the aggressive. This is what we need to do.
Do they think people that are on heroin are listening to them? Like, because that's who the message would be for, right? Like other people.
It's just anybody that doesn't believe in God, or anybody that doesn't believe in how they should eat or fuel their body. They should do this. It's RFK. Like, you were a junkie. If you've ever done crazy amounts of drugs and now you're telling me how to live, I'm not going to listen to you. I don't want your advice. I don't care about your perspective. I'm happy that you're no longer doing the things that would ultimately kill you.
Right.
But I don't need you to tell me what's going to happen to my soul after I leave this earth. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like I'm shitting on people that have turned their lives around. I just don't want them to try to preach to me.
Right.
And I'm telling you this because it's a waste of time. Because you're making me want to eat more sugar.
I'm going to do it because
you're making me want to get more processed food. You're making me want to go to Taco Bell by telling me that this is what I need to do every morning when I wake up. I need to squeeze a lemon into my warm water and gargle it for 45 seconds. Shut up. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to have Cinnamon Toast Crunch with my kid, okay, after my wife leaves the room. And go about my day like someone that wasn't, on the brink of driving my car off Mulholland because I was on an 8-ball. I don't even. Do you say you're on an 8-ball? Or you
I mean, they're two different drugs, but yeah, sure, you can. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Just all of it. Just leave me alone. I'd rather listen to the whatchamacallit, the guys knocking on my door, little boys in the suits with the bikes. The Church of Jesus and Latter-day Saints. Church of Jesus Christ. And is it Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day? How do you say it?
Church of Jesus Christ.
The Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints?
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Of.
Two ofs. Oh, wow.
Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Well, there's their problem. It's confusing.
That's not good either. You know what? Don't knock on my door either. Everybody trying to make your lives. I can make your life better. You listen to me. I'm barely a celebrity anymore. I was at the height of my fame, I was barely a celebrity. So you can listen to me. I'm going to give you advice. Have fun. Don't work too hard. Don't try to have all the answers to everything. Get a couple good friends. Hang out with them a lot.
There you go. That's it.
There you go.
Welcome.
There's my advice.
What about heroin?
Don't do heroin.
Okay.
Don't do heroin. Don't go to church if there's good games on.
Right.
But if you want to go to church because it's like a community thing and there's, you like the upbeat nature of it all, great. But you don't shove it down other people's throats if they don't agree with you. I'm not mad at people that are recovering addicts. I just don't want them to be the messenger for the good book or for my physical health.
Seems fair.
That's all. My daughter just had her birthday party, which was a huge hit. We have a couple rules in our family about birthdays.
Okay.
You celebrate them on your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get, we're going to do it this Saturday. No, you're not. Not our fault. Your birthday fell on a Monday this year.
It's Monday.
Deal with it. Monday's the party. Okay? That's rule one. We celebrate your birthday on your birthday. Second rule we have about birthdays is I don't get to plan them. My wife's like, no, I'll take care of this. Mm-hmm. And she does. And she plans this, elaborate themed birthday party for my daughter. And when I say elaborate, she rents out a play place that does birthday parties hourly. They churn them out. It's no big cost. And she's like, my daughter wants a princess theme. Well, my wife is on this 3 months before the birthday. Now we're a week out from my daughter's birthday. Guess what? She hates princesses. I'm like, you planned it too soon. She loves mermaids. She only loves mermaids. And my daughter doesn't know what goes into planning a birthday. So now we're putting tails on princesses.
That's good.
I just got, all the decorations. I'm taking the icing on the cake. I'm smearing a tail on it. What I should have done is gone with a clown because young or old, everyone loves a clown. Enjoy. Tosh Show. My guest today is one of the greatest working clowns in Los Angeles. He can do magic, balloon animals, juggle, but most impressive skill might be his ability to put on his makeup in under 30 minutes in his car. Please welcome Eddie's dream guest, Guilford, a.k.a. Gilly the Clown.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
My pleasure.
This is great.
I mean, I'm going to be so happy today. Oh, Eddie loves a clown.
Eddie's rocking the dimples, man. He got a dimple, dude.
I got
You hold
clown
your life.
dimples.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
my grandma used to say that.
What does she say now?
Yeah.
Nothing now.
Oh,
She's silent, huh?
She's really silent.
Are you estranged?
She's very silent.
do you believe in ghosts?
Fuck no.
It's a huge no from Gilly with profanity. All right, enough clowning around here. What are your thoughts on the war in Iran?
God, I don't know. It's too many to count.
Okay. Where are you originally from?
Texas originally. I was born in Louisiana, though, in
Okay.
New Orleans, and then I moved to Houston when I was a kid. Then I went to college in Austin, Tennessee, and then Austin. And then I moved out to L.A. in 2000 or so.
How did you get into clowning? By the way, is that the proper term?
Get into clowning?
Clowning. Do you
Yeah,
you can say clowning?
Get into being a clown? Or
Okay.
how'd you become a clown? People say that.
Nobody
too,
says
I guess.
clowning.
Clowning? I don't know.
All right, I'm not going to say it.
You can say whatever you want.
Okay. Well, how'd you become a clown?
I did a little bit in my when I was in junior high, and I kind of got into it. I was a part of the Methodist church, and so they taught us some magic skills and that sort of stuff.
At the Methodist church, they teach magic?
Jesus was a magician to a lot of people. To a lot of people. He just didn't charge. That was kind of his whole thing. But, they teach a lot of the Methodist church would teach about carrying clowns and that sort of stuff. So it'd be people that would go outreach but spread the gospel. They still do that. There's a lot of carrying clowns out there. So that's why there was probably.
Got it.
But I did that. And then and I remember making my own clown shoes. I had old Nike Air Jordans and taping them up with duct tape and big foam fronts. I remember doing all that. And I did a couple shows. I did one show for a nursing home for a bunch of old people that are probably with their grandma now. And then after that, I had gotten to high school and sports and all that stuff, girls, and kind of forgot about it. But then when I became an actor, I transitioned from being a springboard diver in college and high school into acting.
Well, let's talk about the springboard diving for just a moment. Did you have a scholarship for this?
I was I did junior Olympics, but I was a walk-on because I wanted to do Division I.
But you went to Tennessee, University of Tennessee in Knoxville?
Yeah.
Great experience? Had fun?
I loved it, man. I loved it. Knoxville was great.
What was your dive of choice? What was this was my best dive?
I was better the higher I went up. So 10 meter was kind of my thing. That was my jam.
10 meter, but that's not a springboard. That's platform.
That's platform.
Okay.
That's the tallest. Well, now it's taller because they do Red Bull cliff diving and stuff.
Nah,
and
I
those
don't care
guys are
about that.
crazy. Platform is what you would compete in. And then the higher I went, I just felt like I had something called rip entries. I could rip pretty well. You just tighten up and you just rip the water and it's like,
it sucks away. It's almost like a vacuum.
It's just like
it's beautiful.
And you're like, whoa, that's awesome. Like when you throw a rock and it goes nowhere. Like, dude, no splash, man.
I never do that with rocks. I'm a skipper. I like to skip rocks.
Oh, skipper. Okay, yeah.
Anyway.
You can do that. People call you the skipper.
No one does.
Hey, Skip.
No one calls me the skipper. Did you ever? Do you start on your hands? Do you do that one from the 10 meter?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You did all the day.
I did like inward 3.5 was kind of my big dive.
Good.
Back 3.5, I kind of chickened out. It was like, that's a lot of somersaults. And then I was scared. And
did you ever just straight?
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, it's horrible.
How do you recover? How do you get back up there?
Well, you go right away. You just do it right away just to get it out of your way, you know? I mean, imagine the same as a comic, right? You bomb, you're like, I got to go back on stage right away because that sucks.
Yeah, but you belly flop or hit your back from 10
balls,
meters.
Usually your balls, yeah.
Hit your balls?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And you swim around a little bit like, I'm going to die. And then, you come back up. You're like, okay, let's do that again.
What about synchronized? Do you ever do synchronized diving?
That wasn't a thing then. I'm old, that wasn't a thing. They would do like clown diving a little bit. That's another place where
Whoa. What's clown diving?
It's like where guys would do they land on their butt on the end of the board and then do a flip and a half.
Okay.
Kind of like in Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield doing the triple Indy.
Uh-huh.
That was kind of like clown diving, like doing all these reverses. And they flip on the board. So a lot of guys could flip on the board and do a backflip and land back on the board.
Could you do that?
I never did that.
Did you try it?
No, that seems scary.
I always got scared of after 2 or 3 big bounces. I needed to go.
The double bounce.
Yeah, the double bounce and stuff gets really scary. Yeah. Did you I'm sorry to focus so much on diving for a second, but did you? It's funny because you're in a clown. Did you always have to roll that big wheel to get it back for the perfect spring?
Yeah, I was a 5. I'm like a 5 or a 6. Some guys
I don't
are
know
like
what these numbers
9.
mean.
Well, it's like 1 is like no bounce, and then 2, 3, 4, and then 9 is like loosey goosey. Like those guys are like there was one meet I dove behind Greg Louganis. It was at SMU in Texas. And you just saw him. This is like after the Olympics, and just the way he would hurtle from that board, and it was like he was like a god, and just could ride the board. He would go to 9.
You dove after him after his famous one where he hit the back of his head?
Well, not after that.
You were the next diver.
I wasn't.
That is amazing.
What a story!
Sure. Yeah, it was a great story.
Flag it, John.
John, you got it?
Yeah.
You got it, John? Good.
Got it.
He followed Greg Louganis after the infamous head. Wasn't it him that hit the head?
Head, yeah.
You've got weight loss goals, but hitting them is another story. Enter Weight Loss by Hims. It's designed to support you in losing the weight and keeping it off. And Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. That's a twofer. With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite and eat less, so success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. Hims makes it simple to find a weight loss approach that fits into your world and your wallet if eligible. You'll get a treatment plan personalized to you and unlimited dosage changes as needed. Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/Tosh to get personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/Tosh, hims.com/Tosh. Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com. Springtime is here, and you know what that means. It's time to let those thighs breathe. Whether you're playing around a golf with the fellas, hitting up a beer garden, or visiting an actual garden, Chubbies has you covered for all the good vibes that warm weather brings. Bright polos that demand attention? Check. Killer shorts that show off those beautiful thighs? Double check. Chubbies original shorts provide that classic look with a fresh vibe and a modern fit. They're designed for comfort, built for stretch, and designed to give you thigh-high confidence. And if you're hitting up the pool or beach, their classic line swim collection has your new favorite trunk for those sunny days. We're talking seriously soft, dangerously flexible, and incredibly quick-drying swim trunk. I don't know what they make their hoodies out of, but the one I have is one of the softest things I've ever felt. Whether you're getting dressed for your workday, a workout, or weekend getaway, Chubbies has you covered. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off with code TOSH at chubbyshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with code TOSH. Give your thighs the VIP treatment they deserve with Chubbies. Support our show and tell them we sent you. All right, so then you transferred from Tennessee to Texas?
To Texas, yeah. So I discovered that diving people the swimmers were very jocular and kind of like,
Okay.
like they would bang chicks and no disrespect. I wasn't that way. I wasn't built that way.
You weren't built that way to bang chicks?
Well, no, I mean, I guess I was, but I was more prudish at 19 or 20.
Okay.
I just wasn't,
Yes.
I wasn't just trying to hook up at bars and like they do things like they would drink and then they would go, like we'd walk back to our dorms and they'd jump on people's cars on the hoods. And so people would come out drinking their coffee, I imagine, like, dude, some dude just jumped on my hood of my car last night and left a big dent. And I thought like, that's crazy. So that I was like, this is not my tribe. And so I did a play called Royal Hunt of the Sun as a Peter Schaffer played at Equus and stuff. And it was with this Argentinian acting troupe called Diablo Mundo. They barely spoke English, but they would, after I got cast in the play doing a monologue from a monologue book, and I would go to this bar or whatever afterwards, and they would take it over. And I thought, this is more my tribe of people,
Okay.
these people, And so I kind of made the transition I quit diving and I went into acting.
Okay. Now, from
Yes.
traditional acting
Yeah.
to full circle childhood clown experience.
It came back because I didn't have any acting. Like I didn't do plays in high school. I didn't do any of that stuff, but I was physical. I could move. I could do flips. I could do somersaults. Like everybody else was like, they'd done musicals. So they had like pencil stick arms and stuff so I got into Shakespeare and I got into doing all the servants. And when I got into college and really studied, I got a BFA in acting or drama production, whatever they call it. I started like, oh, well, I'm good at this stuff. I can like tumble. People can grab me and throw me and I can do a flip on stage and backflips and stuff. And so the clowning just came natural. I was like, who else does this? And it was Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton. And, it was like, oh, well, these guys are awesome. And then, back in the day, like Jack Tripper on Three's Company, as a kid, I watched that all the time. And to me, that was like my gateway of like, well, he works as an actor and well, maybe I can just be like that. Big physical comedy type things.
Is this before the move to LA or no?
No, it was right when that move happened. So
Okay.
2000.
You met your wife after one of your band shows.
Yeah.
What was your role in the band?
I was play guitar, kind of front man, but there's other
Okay.
front men.
Okay.
It's gigantic.
How long were you in this band?
5 years, 7
Okay.
years. I don't even know.
Was that started in Texas?
No, that was out here.
Okay.
And it became kind of a bands that broke up. We all just started like playing a happy hour, and then that kept kind of going for like 10 years almost.
When did she find out you were also a clown? Or is she finding out right now?
You think she'll watch this?
Probably not.
That night, actually, she was kind of staring at me a little long, and she's kind of looking at me, and I was looking at her, and I was like, oh, I think she's looking at me. And so I went and talked to her, and she's like, well, what do you do? And so I led with my best. I was like, well, I'm an actor. And she was like, I was like,
Uh-huh.
And I think she even said, you're not a musician only, are you? And I was like, no. And then I said, well, I'm an actor. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, I'm also a clown. And I saw her eyes go blink. I was like, oh, that's good. She likes that. Most people don't like that, but it's good, especially most girls. And, before when I was single, if I brought a girl home and she saw, I have clown art everywhere. And if she saw that and she's like, ooh, it'd be like right away, like this
What
is
all
going
is
to go.
clown art?
Just clown. I have clowns. I have pictures of clowns,
Uh-huh.
velvet paintings, clowns. It's just full of clowns.
Still to this day or no?
Yeah.
You haven't dialed it
I have a whole
back?
clown house.
Your wife hasn't?
Well, it's all in the
Okay,
back house
thank
now.
you, Thank you.
It's on the
Okay.
back house.
She's relegated it to a back house.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
acceptable. You didn't do anything clownish at your wedding, did you?
No, it's just legit.
Traditional.
I have been a clown at a wedding before, though, for my buddy Matt Morgan. I was the only clown as one of the groomsmen.
Oh, that's visually, it's beautiful. Yeah, I can see that being pretty, especially if it was like a really traditional wedding.
It was.
And then there's just one,
like
clown.
one clown.
I like it. I like it. I'm not mad at it. You are the chief executive clown at Los Angeles Clown Company. First off, congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
And how many clowns do you employ?
Just me.
Okay.
It's the perfect. Yep.
But I got the room to grow.
There's 4 types of clowns: whiteface, a goose, character, and hobo tramp.
Yeah, that's correct.
What kind are you?
I'm a whiteface, but I have kind of like an a goose status. So whiteface typically are like the number 1, and then a goose would be kind of like, sort of like number 2, for lack of a better, and then, okay, Seinfeld, right? Seinfeld was the number 1. He's a little bit weird and he's particular and he's like, Jerry, but he still break up with the girl because of whatever. It's insane reason. George Costanza is like a 2. Like George and really Julia Dreyfus, they're kind of 2. So they're kind of like, they're batty, they're crazy, but then you can actually talk and there is some sense. Kramer is just flat on 3. Like he's all over the place. And so that's kind of like, that's how I would kind of characterize a lot of those clowns. Maybe the tramp is like a 3, The tramp can kind of move around a little bit. And that was made popular by Weary Willie, Emmett Kelly back in the day around the Depression with Ringling Brothers. And the specialty clown can also move around in status. But the Auguste is usually a 2. And then the white face typically is sometimes the boss clown, the number 1.
Los Angeles Clown Company.
Yeah.
What is this?
So I was a Clowns for Hire back in the early 2000s because you had to be in the phone book, right? Because you had to be like A, and
I know. A. Got
clown,
it.
yeah. Yeah, so the guy, he had a database called Clowns for Hire, and I wanted to get on it, but I was Clowns for Hire, and he was like, well, you can't be Clowns for Hire. That's my database. I was like, well, what should I be? He's like, well, you're in Los Angeles, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, why don't you be Los Angeles Clown? And I was like, oh, great idea. And I looked at the domain name. This is pre the gold rush of domain names, and it wasn't taken. And then and he might listen to this, so I don't want to say, but there's another guy that got L.A. Clown. And I didn't think to get L.A. Clown because that's La Clown. And then I was like, well, you know what? Now, and it feels like we're kind of butting up against each other, right? I'm Los Angeles Clown. He's L.A. Clown. That's not good. So I was like, I'm going to make the full Los Angeles Clown Company. So I just started using that name, and it looks like a bigger enterprise.
How's his company doing?
Not very good. Not very good.
Eddie, he early domain names started squatting on everything.
Oh, really?
Just thought it was hysterical.
What is he?
He's got everything. He's got everything.
Big pull tight hole.
Oh, that's a good
Big
one.
pull tight hole. Yeah, he has that.
Hotdogdiet.com.
Oh,
Pirate flu.
No one's taking that one.
Pirate flu. Hobo mouth.
Hobo mouth.
Yeah, it's a disease you get from sharing harmonicas.
That's what he does all day.
It was fun. It was expensive.
How often do you have to renew all these?
No, I had to stop. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's expensive.
Right.
Then they keep upcharging you. So
Stop it. All right, here we go. How does a clown pick their name?
I always answer the phone as Gil or Gilly, so it just became easy with Gilly. And I'll be completely honest. I've always wanted a nickname. No one ever gave me a nickname. I remember I was being in the Boy Scouts, and there was one point where like they were talking about these silver turtles, which is like a little baked potato, and you put vegetables and stuff in it. And they were saying how I made a great one as a patrol leader. And then someone saw their kid was like, hey, we should call him Turtle. And I was like, I love that nickname sort of thing, Turtle. And then they were like, no, we're not gonna call you Turtle.
Never stuck.
So I always kind of wanted a nickname.
That's a shame.
Hey, Turtle.
I always wanted the knowledge of Boy Scouts without actually ever going to the Boy Scouts. I really wish I would have learned some knots.
You're not good at them? What?
What?
Knots are great, man. It's tough.
Shut up.
I'm an Eagle Scout. I went all the way.
Good
I'm
for
an Eagle
you.
Scout. Yeah, I did.
I'm not mad at that either. What's your favorite gag to do?
I'll do it. I'll do it. Here we go.
Oh, no.
We're going to have a race. Eddie, I need you to join in because here we go. I'm going to put this up here, and after I roll this end up, then I'm going to roll up this other end just like this.
Mhm.
Now, by show of hands, who thinks the big end's going to win the race? Yeah?
I'm going to say, yeah, me.
A big one?
Mm-hmm.
Who thinks the small one's going to win?
Me.
Who doesn't care one way or the other? Completely apathetic.
Oh,
Maybe the sound guys.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So I'm going to count down from 3, down to 2, down to 1. You said big N, you said small. Let's see, here we go. I'm going to count down. Count with me. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. It's a tie.
it's a tie, you guys.
It's a tie.
We knew it was a tie because it's around his neck. What percentage of your clown business is children versus other? Acting and then adult.
Between my clown business, what percentage is children and adult? I would say 80-20.
Okay.
You know? And then as far as being an actor, I mean, it's just
not all acting, just clown acting, like straight clown acting.
Maybe, so if I did 80-20, maybe clown acting would be 10% of that, you know? So maybe 70, 20-10.
Where's the age range for kids? What's the sweet spot for clown work with kids?
3 to 7. But it depends, right? I can do a 2-year-old and I can do a 9-year-old, but it depends like how, you know, sheltered the kids are.
Okay.
You know, like sometimes a 9-year-old doesn't get out a lot or he's comes from a lower income family, whatever. You know, like he's not on screens a bunch. He could be awesome and love a clown.
Okay.
You know, but if I'm doing Calabasas, that kid could be an asshole.
You know who he wants? He wants my kid and my son.
Yeah.
My son is 7.
Yeah.
In his yearbook,
yeah,
they ask all the kids on this one page. It asks the kids what they want to be when they get older.
Yeah.
And, you know, you get all these dicks here.
Yeah.
A producer.
Yeah.
A fucking, what 7-year-old says they want to be a producer?
Yeah.
You know, a congresswoman. Okay, I like it. I'm not mad at this. My son, what's his answer? Clown.
Really?
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
My son's like clown. Only one that has the most ridiculous answer. My son wants to be a clown. So today I said, I'm interviewing a clown today. He's like, Dad, does he know how to juggle? I said, yes, he knows how to juggle. I go, will you film him juggling? And I said, well, I can show you a video of him juggling. And then he goes, no, I want it from your phone so that I know that it's like he really did it.
It's not AI'd. This is what the next generation's got to think about.
He's worried about it. He doesn't want, you know, phony juggling videos.
Yeah.
All right. You juggle.
Yeah.
Balloon animals?
Yeah, I do balloon animals.
Face paint?
Yeah, sure.
What's your least favorite of those?
My least developed skill would be face painting because it's, you know, I'm a guy and then I'm drawn on a kid's face and I used to be.
I mean, I like the way you said that. I'm a guy and I'm painting on kids' faces.
But it just feels like you kind of want distance. You know, as a man, I want distance with the kids.
I get you. I respect this.
Perfect clown.
You know, it's like you can't do certain things. Like a female clown can hold the hand of a kid and kind of like la 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 la. Like it looks weird when a guy does it. You know, I can't. If I'm underneath the parachute with a kid, they're like, "Dude, get out!" Like it looks weird.
I mean,
you can't do it.
I respect him so much. This is what you want to hear from a clown.
Yeah.
You don't want clowns under parachutes with your children. When a kid wants a balloon animal, it's too complicated. How do you trick them into asking for a giraffe or a dog instead?
Well, sometimes I say I'm all out. They say, "Can I have this?" I'm sorry, man. I'm all out of those. Let me do a balloon animal.
What's a good animal to say?
I'll do a little doggy here.
And how did you learn this?
I remembered doing balloons when I was younger, and I just kind of picked it up a little bit more. So here's a little dog right here.
It's a beautiful dog.
A little cute dog
a little
here.
poodle.
You know, but I try to learn things all the time. A lot of times you'll do events. So a lot of the events I do will be like balloons for 3 hours or like, oh, we want a strolling juggler for 3 hours. And I typically do them if it's enough money because it's a chance to practice. You know, like I'm just going to practice and I get paid to practice.
How long have you known how to juggle?
Long enough that I should be way better than I am.
What's the most you can juggle?
I can do 4 a little bit, 4 balls, but it goes to crap pretty quickly. You know, but I do pins and I can do fire and then I can do rings and stuff.
Can you interject some object that's extremely heavy, like a bowling ball into it?
A little bit. I can do 3 random objects. I mean, over the years as a performer, I did like an anti-smoking campaign where I juggled water and, you know, people ask you to juggle weird stuff. So
can you ride a unicycle?
I can't. Not
Have
very
you tried?
well. Yes. And I've even gotten hired before and I said I could ride a unicycle and then I couldn't and they were all disappointed.
There's self-balancing unicycles now.
Are there?
Like the one-wheel thing technology? Yeah, I had a self-balancing unicycle.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I could see that. Like the little,
it
the
still
little
takes
one wheel.
a little bit. It takes a little bit of skill on the unicycle.
Do you have a one wheel?
No.
Okay.
But I do have an e-bike
That's okay.
Hold on.
Oh.
That's made by the one wheel people.
Uh-huh.
So you can press a button and it'll self-balance into wheelie mode. And you can just ride a wheelie around.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
So cheating.
That's not good.
I know it's not good. It's dumb. Whatever. What do you say to people that are terrified of clowns?
Stop it. You know, I think there is they call it claustrophobia, I believe is the term, but I'm from Texas, so I can barely talk.
I'm from Florida. I'm worse.
I think there are people that are terrified, but I think the vast majority of people, it's a way of building community. So I think when people say they dislike clowns, I think it's just a way of like feeling like engendered by other people, you know? When the reality is, it's like, I mean, clowns can be scary. If I drove here and I'm parking in the bottom of a garage, I'm getting out of my car, I'm on like the 4th level, and there's a clown standing in the corner with the balloon, and I am a clown, I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need to be like lit or something, or like in an open area. Like that's like terrifying. So I think, you know, and that's what people are picturing. When I came here and Eddie took super long to get me, I was outside, just kind of standing out there, kind of wait. It was like just, you know, as my dad's in my dick in my hand, just kind of waiting around. I wasn't literally like that, but just kind of standing there. And people were like, oh, fucking, well, you know, they're kind of looking at me. It's a weird spot, but I'm out in the open. People can escape. If I walk to an apartment building and like the elevator opens, they're like, geez, dude. It's like, I know.
Yeah.
I know you're not expecting that, are you? You know, so I have some sympathy for that. It's not good.
Your documentary made it seem like clowning is a bit of a dying art. What do you think the future of the clown world is?
So yeah, I started this doc, American Clown, about 10 years ago. And it was because I was working as an assistant to Ronald, and that job was ending. The Field Ronald program, they basically fired us. And it happened right in Southern California. If you lived here, there was like a clown scare, and then clowns were coming from overseas, and they were going to like do a whole bunch of horrible stuff. It was a story that the news was pushing, and they would call me as a company like, hey, will you come and talk to us about how there's this crazy clown scare? It's like, dude, why you are fueling this, and why am I going to go there and have and for free, by the way, in face, and be like, you're taking our jobs. It kind of pissed me off. So that was why I did the doc. And I know that's kind of a long answer to what you're saying, but I feel like 10 years later, as all this dust kind of settles, that there's like, you know, just like a little weed would grow through the sidewalk or something. There's still life here. And I think there's kind of a resurgence of clowning with a lot of people because they haven't seen it. And they're like, where'd all the clowns go? You know? In fact, when I did American Clown, I would tell people, like, you don't see clowns anymore other than the horror movies. You don't see them at the circus. Ringling doesn't have them anymore. You don't see them at McDonald's. Like, you just don't see them at all. And I think there's kind of like there's an emptiness there for a lot of people. Like, yeah, that was kind of fun, you know, like what? And also in the LA sort of comedy scenes, because it's not Groundlings or Upright Citizens Brigade, a lot of these people do clowning. It's kind of, this is another possible venue. Like Natalie Palamides and Chad Damiani and all these guys are doing it at the Elysian Theater. And so I think there's kind of like a burgeoning sort of like scene kind of happening. It's not only here, it's happening in New York too. So I think in a lot of ways that maybe it's kind of coming back.
How would a live show or venue that just features clowns work?
So it's not typical whiteface. It's buffoonery. It's failing in public. It's like being vulnerable. It's usually involves nudity and like, you know, so there's like a lot of like, it's almost like theater of the absurd, you know, that it kind of, and I think there's a market for it. You know, I go to, and I do like the occasional 30-year-old birthday at a bar or whatever. I'm met with nothing but goodwill and love from those people. You know, they're just like, oh, I love clowns. You know, it's crazy. When like, you know, my generation or the 40-something, they're always still like, oh, I'm scared of clowns or I don't like them. When I think that's because of Poltergeist and because of it and because of these things that they just haven't kind of moved past.
Have you ever done a bachelorette party?
I have, actually. Well, did I? Or was it a bachelor party? But
I think I'd like to make this happen too.
Bachelorette party?
Yes, we gotta get like a good bachelorette party where it's just absurd.
I did go to Jumbo's Clown Room recently. Last year, one of the little side hustles I have, a woman that I work with, her daughter works at Jumbo's Clown Room. And I've been there before, but never as a clown. And she gave me a bunch of money because Scarlett, the woman the young lady that works there, she was putting out like a great cookbook, like Wine Me, Dine Me, 69 Me, I think is the name of the book.
Beautiful.
And it's a great name. And it's like
Surprised Eddie
really
wasn't squatting on that
wonderful.
title.
Yeah. And then so she gave me a bunch of money just to go and make kind of a fool of myself. And it was awesome. In fact, I'm going to go for like my next decade birthday. I'm going to get a bunch of my friends and I'm going to like just spend like $10,000.
You ever work at a golf tournament?
No.
Okay.
A golf tournament? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Why a golf tournament?
I don't know.
Because of the clothes or something?
Just rich people on a golf course and then have a clown just fucking mocking the whole
that'd
thing.
be great. I would love to do that, but I haven't done that yet.
I think there should. It visually seems pretty.
They haven't
to
had
have a clown out there.
Not since Dwarf on Golf have they had anything. You know, you remember Dwarf on Golf?
I don't even remember. I watched it recently. Are you kidding me? This is so hysterical. Have you ever been pulled over by the cops in full?
In full clown? No, I haven't been. I haven't been pulled over in full clown. Yeah, you think it would be a dream?
I think it'd be okay. I think you'd get out of the ticket.
You think?
Probably. What cop's gonna be a dick and write it? I mean, who knows?
I was terrified when I got my clown car wrapped in all these clown stickers and I was drinking a lot in those days and partying a lot.
Wait, what is your clown car?
It's like an HHR. So it's like a PT Cruiser looking car, but then it's got stickers
I
all
thought
over.
Maybe it was going to be like a tiny car.
No, I don't know. I mean, they do have those.
Sure.
But I was terrified that I'd get pulled because I would drive it at night and I'd be like, probably not drive. I shouldn't be driving. This is before Uber.
Mm-hmm.
This is back in the day when
back when you were encouraged to just get home.
Yeah, you got to get home, dude. There's no car service for you. But I was terrified of getting like just somebody taking a video of me like getting handcuffed behind my car. So I had to like get rid of that. I had to like just only do that car during the day.
Is there a code of conduct with clowns?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Who enforces it? Or is it just like
other clowns?
Okay.
Other clowns could frown upon it. Right now, we don't have the great ambassadors, not the best ambassadors for clowning. We have Art the Terrifier and we have Pennywise. Well, those guys are like stone cold killers, right? At this point. And if anything, Krusty, perfect example. Krusty used to be kind of on the outer fringes of what was acceptable as a clown. But now Krusty, he's in a good area. People love Krusty.
Move the goalpost.
We've moved the goalpost because other clowns are so horrible. Like they murder children. Like Krusty looks good. He's got some family issues. His dad's a rabbi or whatever, He smokes in costume. Not the best thing, but child murderers.
Right. The Terrifier. I haven't watched one of those movies. Do you watch that stuff?
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's not my thing.
I know David Dornton, he was in the documentary that I did, American Clown. Nice guy. Really nice guy. I think there's room at the table for everybody. Some people love the horror clowns. Not my thing.
Okay.
Not my thing.
I'm not a bit. I like the It, but I don't like it once it goes to the supernatural.
Yeah,
part of it, I lose interest. I liked it when he was just creepy and but then once I found out that it was lost.
I don't need to see. Yeah, I don't need to see the monster. I like the inference, right? That's what's scary. Blair Witch Project is good because you never see it. You just see this person standing in the corner.
I've still yet to watch that movie.
Oh, it's good.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch shaky cameras.
You're more of a static camera guy.
I love static cameras.
I've always
said
Lock it off.
Fuck, marry, kill. Ronald McDonald, Bozo, Krusty the Clown.
I'm going to kill Bozo. I'm going to fuck Ronald, and then I'm going to marry Krusty. Because I love Krusty. Mm-hmm. I love everything about Krusty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to Ronald in that one?
I fucked him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comics hang out with other comics. Do clowns hang out with other clowns?
Yeah, but not many. Do
you have a lot of clown friends?
I have some that are really good friends. I got my buddy Laffy Pants. He's a very good friend of mine. And I know a lot of comics too. And some comics are like easy to be around.
Mm-hmm.
And some comics are pretty intolerable, right? Same thing goes for clowns.
Where does Brendan Walsh fall on that spectrum?
He's actually very easy to be around. Okay. He's very easy to be around because he's funny, but he's not like, and then he'll get angry. Like he's not always working on material. He can like have a conversation.
Sure, there's an off button.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I want someone to just be like, okay, we're clocking out. Now we can just talk, And so some clowns are like that. I used to say that I never trusted a clown that didn't smoke pot. And I kind of still stand by that.
Talk about your dark days with old Laffy Pants.
Oh, Laffy Pants. I've had some dark stuff. I mean, it's true. I've done some things that I'm not particularly proud of.
You used to party hard?
Yeah. I've never had sex in clown face. I have snorted a line in clown face before, taking a bong hit. At a party, like, hey man, you want to show? Yeah, sure.
But not like a 7-year-old's birthday party.
No. I've been really hungover before. I remember one party, God, it's like a nightmare. And I got no sleep at all. It's just 15 years ago, 20 years ago, before I got married, before I had kids. I had no sleep at all because I was partying all night. And I tried to lay down, but it just wasn't going to happen. And I remember like going out to the balloons and I was trying to pump up the balloons and my hands are shaking so bad. And these kids were just looking at my hands. And I was like, this is horrible. But see, here's something I will say. I'm Gen X and there was one time I did make a party, but I made a bunch of parties hungover with no sleep. And so listen, I was there. I might have smelled like booze, but I made that party. And I know that's a silly thing to be proud about, but I am. I'm proud that I didn't fall through.
Okay, so you're proud of an almost perfect streak.
Almost perfect streak. Yeah, sure.
Looking for your newest entertainment obsession? Check out the high-speed thrill of go-kart racing at K1 Speed. K1 Speed is the largest indoor karting operator in the world, featuring high-performance all-electric karts. No slow gas-powered kiddie rides. There are over 100 locations, so they're probably closer than you think. I gotta take my son. Here's where the rubber meets the road as for you dads out there. All junior racers need to be at least 48 inches tall to race, or at least 58 inches to race in the larger, faster go-kart. Speeds up to 45 miles per hour with real G-force feel on every turn. Well, sure. K1 can host your birthday party or corporate events. Or keep it casual and just arrive and drive to race with your friends. If you want to get serious about it, there are competitive monthly leagues available for more dedicated racers. Bowling leagues, but for go-karts. K1 has an on-site paddock lounge with food, drinks, and arcade games. Visit K1Speed.com to find a location near you. I'll race you there. Have you ever been hired for any work? Not sexual per se, but we want you to come over and just sit on pies instead of throw them.
I have not.
Okay.
As a clown. But I wouldn't necessarily say no.
Okay, and just out of curiosity,
if anyone is actually listening,
what would you charge for something like this?
At least my hourly rate plus dry cleaning.
What are some of the stranger gigs you get asked to do?
Well, sometimes I'll get asked to do like really deplorable stuff, and then I usually think it's like a radio station or something, kind of like trying to punk me or something, because they'll like, I want you to scare my kid, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I did.
Have you ever scared someone?
I have. There was
for money, like they hired you to scare somebody.
Yeah, there was a guy that was a director of a popular show, and he was like, "Hey, I'm out of town. I'm in Canada shooting, 'cause that's where they shoot everything now, apparently." And so I'm out of, but my son is his birthday, and I want you to scare him when he gets home from school. I was like, yeah. I was like, hey, he loves clowns. He loves them. He loves Pennywise. I was like, okay. I just want them to be in on the joke.
Right. Everyone loves Pennywise until he comes for you.
Yeah, until he's there. And so I did it. I went in, and the mom was really nice, and then the little sister was all excited.
How old is the scare victim?
12.
Okay.
10 or 12.
Seems like,
okay. So I sat in his room for longer than I thought I would. And it was kind of a little weird because you're just like, I'm in this little kid's room, with these balloons, just holding them, kind of looking at them. And he eventually kind of came in and he was like, oh God. And then he kind of came back after, and he was like, oh.
Did you scream or do anything? You just stayed still in the corner?
Yeah, I just stayed still, and we walked in. I was like, hello. And then he was like, ah. I was once hired to do a singing telegram as a clown. And when I walked into the house, the guy looked like he was developmentally delayed, the dude. And when I got into the room, he was like, okay, now in a second, I'm going to have you jump around and start singing this song. And it was like an old McDonald, but he'd rewritten the lyrics to it. And it was about like, I like you when you touch me. Like it was a little salacious. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. But then as I'm doing it, I'm like, and I'm seeing the environment. And I was like, I don't know. This feels weird. But I'm like, you know what? I'm getting $200. I'm just going to do this. And so when I jumped out, there was a pug. It was like a little pug that was in like a high chair, and then there was a bunch of pugs all over, and I was like, hey, and I started kind of singing, but I was like, this pug was not
going on.
This pug was not having it, and the pug was like, oh, and he was like, I think you just need to pet him, maybe get closer to him. And so I got close, and the pug was, I was like, I just don't think and I did it. He's like, do a magic trick for it. And I was like, oh my God, dude. And
Oh my God.
so I did it, and then he was like, oh, and he said, oh, I just got one more thing. And I was like, what? He's like, have you ever been on TV? He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you're on Animal Pranksters. And I was like, oh, dude. And then all these doors opened, and all these grips came out, like, hey man, good job, pretty good,
I love that until the end.
I know.
I wanted it to be just some
me too.
fucked up world.
But I was like, I just need to call somebody because this is not safe for all these dogs. It was bad. I mean, they were peeing and pooping in the ground, and it was disgusting.
Nothing bothers me more. I hate, you say some people don't like clowns. I hate hidden camera prank shows more than anything.
I was not a fan either. I'm still not.
You shouldn't have signed the waiver.
Well, I did.
What's the guy-gal ratio in the clown world?
In L.A., and the people that I know, I would say it definitely favors men. But on TikTok and stuff, there's a crazy burgeoning community of like clowns that I would say most of them are female.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of interesting things happening, whether they're practicing clowns or whether they're fetish clowns or whether they're like, there's like these different things. There's like Bouncy Girl clown, and she's kind of like, voluptuous, but she's into clowning and Grimaldi and all these old sort of things. And she's created this. I'm sure a lot of guys are sliding into her DMs like, I love you, but she's passionate about clowning.
What about the ethnicity? Is it primarily white?
No, it's actually very much, I have a friend, Tina, who is Filipino. I have a friend, Carlos Ragas, who's African-American. But, there are a lot of white dudes, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like primarily a white male thing.
No, not at all. And I think and that's just America. I mean, you have clowns in the Mexican culture and clowns in South America. I mean, they're all over the place.
10 black clowns do white face.
They did as Ronald. There were some black clowns that did Ronald in whiteface.
I think that's fine. Everybody that's on the show gets a gift. You just get stuff from my house. It's just used stuff that I don't. Now, you have twins. Do you have twin boys? Do you always have to buy them too?
They'll do different things. They want different things, right? Like one loves Darth Vader, one loves Boba Fett. They pick a lane.
Do they like to dress up?
Yeah.
Okay. Any of them like the Ghostbusters?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Got this.
Oh, my God.
Okay. It's a real pack here.
You're giving this to me?
Yeah.
This is stupid. This will actually get used more than my wife's gonna want.
That's fine. I it's not in my house anymore, so that's this is there's.
Oh my God.
We get the whole uniform there.
Oh,
all right.
Great. Okay.
Take that off my
desk. Okay.
Now, do you please get it off my desk? I know what you're doing. You do music classes with kids?
Yeah.
I used to have music class hosted at my house for kids.
Yeah, like a little mom and me.
Yeah. But that's done. But all these parents just leave their instruments.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give you all the instruments so you'd have them for other future gigs with kids so that they would have them. Okay? You're going to love it.
Fill up that PT Cruiser.
Oh, we're going to fill it up.
Oh.
Like all the instruments.
Oh, yeah. This is a good gift for me. I like this.
It's going to be good. It's going to be stuff for the kids.
Oh, my God.
You're going to love it.
This is great.
Whatever the kids need. We got this thing, you put it around their neck. I think they hit the sides of it or something. I don't know. We got the parachute. Don't get under it with the kids if you're in the clown outfit.
Yeah, no, we can't do that.
But look, I got all of them. I got every instrument in the world in here.
Oh, my God. Oh, I love it.
This is a good one. I can't stop giving you this stuff.
Yeah, it just goes on forever and ever.
Oh, we're not even close to done. What are all these? You can juggle these.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what you do with these things.
These are great. These are silks. Yeah, we can use these.
Yeah, you can use these silks.
These are great.
Look at these.
Oh, that's adorable.
This one's nice.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, triangle. I actually need a triangle.
Dude, you just got a triangle.
Dude, I need
That's not
a
the right.
triangle.
That's not the right thing to hit the triangle with.
No, it's not. Doing a thing on Sunday.
There's a harmonica
In Santa Monica for an orchestra, and I have a bit with the triangle.
Well, now you got a tiny triangle.
yeah, this is great.
We gotta get all this off my desk.
Oh, yeah, guys.
Got you a hat too, because I felt like this hat doesn't. It seems like it's a hat that a clown would wear.
So you brought all this stuff, and then on the way out, you're like, one more thing. Like, what? That's crazy. Oh, it actually fits me. This would fit me.
Do you have a big head?
Yeah, I do.
I have a huge head.
Do you really?
Huge.
So when you're buying, you do a 7 3/4.
If I have my hair's longer, I go up to 8.
You do not.
Yes, I know.
They even go up to 8?
They go to 8.
I'm right at the top of the thing, 7 3/4.
Look at us. Can you still take a fall? Or are you getting too old for falling around?
I can't in the moment.
Do you force yourself to keep doing it?
I think the adrenaline gets going, and you're just like, just do it.
What about a flip? You
No, I couldn't do that anymore.
You don't go upside down anymore.
I could do that in the water on a board, but I can't do it on the ground. There's no way.
When was the last time you jumped off a diving board? Like a real
10
diving
years,
board
10
with a
years ago.
spring.
10 years ago.
Do you see a diving board and get a little bit of an urge?
I saw one yesterday. A little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to know that like if I were your kids and like I knew Dad could really jump off of it.
They've never
do
seen me do it. They never seen me do it.
See, I don't get that at all. And
They've
my
never
kids
seen
have
me
seen anything that I can do impressive. They saw it like week 1 of their life.
That's great. That's great.
I'm not hiding anything. Do your kids get into the clown, or do they like, hey, Gilly, knock it off. I need Dad.
Both. They do like the fact I'm a clown, but everyone hates my jokes. My wife, my kids, everyone hates it. And if I do jokes with if I see twins, I'm always like, oh, you guys could almost be brothers. And they're always like, well, we are. We're twins. It's like, I know, but you could almost be brothers. And my kids are just like groaning the whole time. Like, Dad, stop it with the jokes. Like I'm legit embarrassing them, but I can't stop. I'm like, just let me play with these kids for a little bit.
You want one of your kids to become a clown?
I hope not. But I wouldn't care. I would want them to do whatever they want to do.
Have you used them as in a magic trick yet?
Yeah, I have. And honestly, maybe clowning is AI. Maybe, I don't know. How are you gonna AI go into a party? I mean, I guess you could, or you could get like some virtual
AI is
performer.
coming for everybody. And you know what I can't wait for it to come for?
What?
Mothers.
Oh. That's
knock them off their
hard.
high horse.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me. Now we're preaching. Preach.
Listen, you're doing the Lord's work. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure.
I really appreciate it.
Tosh Show. I want to thank Guilford for bringing Gilly on the show.
Mm-hmm.
We got to give Guilford a proper nickname. What do you think? Oh, silly Gilly.
Silly Gilly. Maybe the.
We're not going to give him Turtle. Turtle reminds me of the 1980s movie North Shore. There was a character Turtle. Then Entourage had a character. So Turtle's off the table. But we got to give Guilford a nickname. Guilford's such a good name.
Guilford. Yeah.
Guilford.
Guilford Adams. Sounds like a president.
Well, let's give him a nickname.
Bob.
No, come on. Something cool.
Springy.
Something cool.
He's a springboard, dude. Springy.
No,
Spring.
I don't like that, Dylan. That's stupid.
Guillotine.
The guillotine.
The guillotine that's the one.
No, I don't like it. Chop your head off? That's an awful nickname. I mean, I like where Dylan's head was at with the diving board. I just don't know what it is.
Splash.
No splash.
No splash.
Splash. Tiny splash. Plunge.
Plunge is good. Hey, Plunge.
Plunge.
Is Plunge coming? Yeah, Plunge will be there.
Plunge.
I think it works.
And it works well with a clown, because when you think of a clown,
They drink from a plunger.
Always think plunge.
listen, Guilford, we're going to work on your nickname. Maybe somebody in the comments section will come up with the perfect nickname for him.
That's who's going to get it.
That would be good. We give him a great nickname, and then hopefully throw some work his way too.
Yeah.
I would like to hire Gilly the Clown for things that I'm supposed to attend, PTA meetings, stuff like that.
Yeah, perfect.
Just a straight stand-in. you know, it'd be funny. Hire him to be your house manager. He's just in your house
Yeah.
doing nonsense all day.
Like I'm talking to people showing up for like appointments.
Yeah, he's just got to meet my plumber when he shows up and just.
Yeah, it's real bad over this way.
That'd be delightful. I could hang out with him way more than I could hang out with most comics.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
What if that became my podcast, my niche podcast? Because a lot of people that do podcasts, some of them have multiple podcasts. What if I have a second podcast where I only talk to clowns?
Pretty good.
Clowning around.
Oh, man. I like it. Okay, let's do some of our plugs. Patreon.com/Tosh Show. Maybe on Patreon, that's where I do my interviews with clowns.
Clown Town.
That'd be pretty good. My first farewell tour, the first leg of it, rave reviews. I don't know if you picked up the local Evansville paper, but gushing. Where are we off to next, though, Ed? We got to do all kinds of stuff in the Northeast.
Right.
I can't wait to get to Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Bethlehem, Hershey, Wilkes-Barre. I don't know where else we're going to be.
DC.
A bunch of shows in upstate New York.
Right.
Connecticut.
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I swore last time I went to Atlantic City that I would never return. Well,
You're breaking it.
well, listen, you're only as good as your word. What else we got? ToshShowStore.com. Get yourself some merch. Get a cool tee with Carl's face on it. Okay. All right, you're playing me off? Fine. Music's going. That means it's time for They Love Me, They Love Me Not. Hit me with They Love Me.
All right. Let's see. This is from Dougie Craig, 5113. Tosh is one of the few people I'm okay with hawking for the betting sites because he actually gambles.
Okay. When I was in the Midwest, I just had to keep switching states every day, transferring the money over. But man, that was fun. Listen, gambling's a real problem in this country, and you shouldn't do it unless you're doing it purely for entertainment purposes. But me, oh man, I'm on a hot streak right now,
A heater.
and I feel like I'm doing it to change lives.
Invincible.
I can't lose.
You can't lose.
Give me a game coming up. I'll tell you the winner. Spurs. All right. Next.
BB1257. Unhoused, so dumb. How many years until we have to change the word again? I propose houseless.
Oh, fuck off. Yep. So stupid. You're mad because I'm calling people that don't have a place to live unhoused instead of what we used to say, homeless. You know what? My grandfather used to say a lot of words that I bet you wouldn't be comfortable shouting in a crowded elevator in Atlanta. Oh my goodness. So fucking evolve or
Right.
shut up. Those are your two options. Who cares that people are saying, well, oh, this is what we changed the word. We don't say that. We say this. Okay, fine. Just tell me what the new word is and I'll start saying that one. My grandfather, what a colorful character. The problem was he just really preferred one specific color. See you next week. Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for